Welcome to Marshall's Blends Fragrance Show. We'll learn together and grow together. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Welcome to my fragrance show. I am Marshall's Blends Fragrance, and today I'm actually going to be talking about two different fragrances. My scent of the night. And shout out and recognition to Chaco Bar Cortez BX, reaching 15,000 subscribers on Instagram, and just being an all-around amazing restaurant. Let me tell you something, they make good food. If you're ever in the Bronx, you're ever in New York City, you must go to 141 Alexander and get yourself some good food. Things are chocolate infused, and one would think, oh my goodness, chocolate. No, it's delicious. It's delicious. So today, my scent of the night is a chocolate fragrance. What chocolate fragrances do you guys love? This one is from Viva More Perfumes, and it's called Dark Indulgence. Dark Indulgence. And let me tell you something, it is definitely a dark indulgence with a side of some creaminess. So I am absolutely in love with it. I'm enjoying it. It's a rainy night today in New York City. I'm gonna remove my glasses. Even though I can't see you guys can see my face better. And I gotta tell you, this plays so well with the cool air and the rain that is falling. It just bounces off. And what I get to my nose, this is what I call a dark choco florambric scent. It gives you dark chocolate. It gives you slight floralness. It gives you that amber energy. Is it an ambroxan bomb? I would say no. Although I was DMing with a fragrance friend, Kicks and Scents, and he was like, everything I'm buying is an ambroxan bomb. Like, and I get it. And what I thought about that, guys, and talk to me. Tell me what you guys think. Every time, or how would I say it? Generation of fragrances, there are going to be particular notes that will forever be present during that time. Like, for example, the 70s, 80s, and into some of the 90s, there was a lot of carnation in fragrances. There was the vetiver in the fragrances, which still to today is still there, which made me think, as I was walking over, I was like, bergamot is something that is in almost every fragrance. I say almost every fragrance. I'm like probably 70%, maybe. But it's like, you know what I mean? So there's always going to be that period where there will be a particular molecule that will be like super duper popular. I gotta tell you, so I like this one. The projection is definitely wonderful. If I had to give a projection on a regular scale, a scale of 1 to 10, as a matter of fact, I looked up some people's thoughts on Perfumo. I think it's called Perfumo. Anyways, okay, but I'll put the information up there. But I'm like, projection, it's really good. Projection is good. Longevity, I can't really tell you too much. I've only been wearing it for about 2 hours. But what I can tell you is that within these 2 hours, it's been strong. Sillage, definitely a beautiful sillage. It's like, okay, so what you smell up close is not what you smell in the sillage. In the sillage, it's so much more softer, so much more rounded. What you smell up close, it's a lot more dark, a lot more night, a lot more noir. Where in the air, it's tendre noir. How about that? Tendre noir. So in the air, the sillage is a soft, tender, dark smell. So I do like it. Now, shout outs to Anuj from Enchanté Perfumes and Pretty Bottles AP on Instagram. So thanks to him, I really appreciate you so much. Like I said, you know, we're doing days with Anuj or days with Enchanté Perfume. So today's another day with Enchanté Perfume. We did Les Belles d'Amandier by Nina Ricci. Loved it, an almond scent, absolutely good. And then Niki de Saint-Faye. And now I am going to try Venezia by Adrian Vittadini. Venezia by Adrian Vittadini. Have you guys ever heard of Adrian Vittadini? This was the first time I heard about it when I was scrolling through the vintage bottles, because this is what Enchanté has. It has preserved vintage fragrances that you can still enjoy, the opening, the heart, and the dry down. So this one is one that I have not tried. I purposely made sure, let me tell you, I'm loving that Viva Amor perfume, but I made sure I put nothing on my arms because I wanted to dedicate time to this one. So this is going to be, of course, a first impression. The other thing I wanted to say, Anuj, I love these decant bottles. These are frosted, and I just, ooh. This is floral. Fresh. Who was I speaking with recently that they said they were looking for a fresh fragrance? This is beautifully floral and fresh. This is like spring. This is a summer morning. There's green in there. So yes, the opening is citrus, fresh. There's floral, there's green. There is, one of the flowers is giving it a slight powderiness, but it's not powdery. It's like powderiness. It's like, not powdery, dewiness. It's giving a type of dewy, not humid dewy, but like dewiness. It's like, it's just fresh. It's such a contrast to dark Indulgence. This is really nice. This one I would say is definitely more feminine leaning. It's not unisex or unisex masculine. It's feminine leaning. Oh, this is wonderful. I'm getting the citruses. I'm getting the florals. This is a really nice fragrance. Something that I do remember reading is that someone had mentioned, oh, you know, it just doesn't last so long. Guys, this is the reality of a fresh fragrance, the reality of a citric fragrance. If a citrus fragrance gives you 3 hours or 4 hours of wear, consider it a success. It is a success. I should put my glasses like this. Consider it a success. It's officially a success because citrus fragrances, fresh fragrances, are not necessarily made to last 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. They're just not. They're composed of volatile notes, molecules. Volatile as in they will evaporate fast. They're usually the top notes, and then if they don't have, guys, tell me, is there a citric base note? I don't know. Is there a citric base note? Because if there is, then that one will last. But what I've seen, there's a company called Good Vibes, and they have a citrus fragrance, and they were able to pair their citrus with oh my goodness, what was it? I don't know if it was eucalyptus, but it gives the effect of this long-lasting citrus. So there are ways to play with the citrus note to make it appear to last longer, but the citrus notes will fly away. So fresh fragrances don't last too long. Okay, now I'm getting a little bit of like a sandalwoodiness to it. Yeah, okay, so now it's coming into the unisex. So the opening is very feminine, but it comes down to this milky, I'm gonna say lactonic fresh, a lactonic fresh. Almost like if you know what a morir soñando is. Do you guys know of any lactonic fresh drinks? So Latinos, we make something called the morir soñando that you make it out of fresh orange juice with cream and milk and vanilla. And so that's kind of what it's giving me with the sandalwood hint. This is, okay, I gotta say, okay, so Adrian Vittadini, Venezia. I love it. I love it. This is, yeah, I would totally wear this. I would totally wear this. This is one that gets a sparkling 50 out of 10 for me. I really like it. And this was a blind selection. This was a blind selection. I simply picked it because I'd never heard of the name of the person. So shout outs to Adrian Vitadini. Shout outs to Adrian Vitadini. If you have not checked out Adrian Vitadini, check her out. Shout outs to Anuj. Go to Ashante Perfumes. Purchase some decants of vintage fragrances. Find out. I listen, blind buying decants, you can't go wrong. I do blind buy full bottles. I am loving how this is smelling. Blind buying full bottles, I am not scared of doing that. Now, you know what I want to do? I want to see how would it smell if I blend it with the Dark Indulgence. Would that work? This is bonkers. You know what it smells like? It smells like a pastry. It smells like you know, not a brownie, but like those chocolate, like a chocolate pastry that has lemon zest it cooked in it. That's what it is. This is a perfect pairing. This is a perfect pairing. So Viva Amor Dark Indulgence paired with Venezia by Adrian Vitadini creates a delicious dessert smell. You smell the chocolate, you smell the lemon zest. This is dope. This is dope. This is dope. This is dope. Perfect pairing. Okay, guys, so goodbye, my lovely fragrance blender. I'll see and smell you soon. Ciao, ci vediamo pronto. I love you guys. Shout outs Chocobar, Cortez BX, and shout out Ashante Perfumes.